The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid is the first book in a young adult science fiction series, but I would argue that a political drama and romance set in space doesn't necessarily constitute science fiction. The story focuses on Nemesis, the genetically engineered bodyguard who are a member of the aristocracy. Nemesis being genetically engineered and raised in a lab where she was trained to kill doesn't necessarily fit the definition of personhood in this culture. And because of that, the story does enter an interesting debate on what it is that makes a person a person. But having a first-person narrator who is allegedly incapable of empathy is challenging to read. The Diabolic is a stiff and difficult book to get into. Having a narrator that is supposedly unfeeling doesn't help that fact. And the fact that the main conflict shifts about 5 times within the story, the genre slowly slipping with it, doesn't exactly help this matter. A science fiction story about family tension that stems from the differences between science and religion gradually becomes a story about espionage, which quickly becomes a political drama, and then it becomes an action story about an assassin, before impulsively turning into a romance novel. This book wasn't well planned, and whenever the author didn't know what to do with a character, they resolved it by killing off that character. The high body count in this book is, in my opinion, the result of an author who doesn't know how to write character development. And coupled with the constantly shifting and convoluted plot makes this book almost impossible to read. The initial premise of a bodyguard switching places with the aristocrat they're protecting had promise, but ultimately the story failed to deliver. I was interested in the premise and it kept me hooked on long enough for me to finish the book, but looking back on it, I'm not even sure if I enjoyed reading any of it. I just kept reading because the writing was interesting enough to keep me involved. I definitely liked parts of it. The questions it raised about personhood were good. The support it presented for why the general population should be scientifically literate was good. The genetic engineering parts of the story, which didn't delve too deeply into the psychology of the story, were fascinating. But I only liked parts of the Diabolic while completely despising the rest of it, so I don't really think it was worth it. I am giving this book 2 out of 5 stars, and will not be reading any sequels that are published. If you liked this video, you can subscribe, watch another video of mine, or support me on Patreon. And if you like this video, you might also like videos from this channel. A very cool booktuber who I definitely think you should check out. And hey, I love you.